Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing good. So in last class we were discussing about Companies Act. So first let us take a quick revision what we have discussed in the last class and then we are going to move ahead. Okay. So I told you a company is what? A company is a voluntary association of persons formed for the purpose of doing business having a distinct name and limited liability. A company is an artificial person created by law. A company means a group of persons associated together for the attainment of common and social or economic. Then I told you what are the features of company. It is a body corporate. A company is established as per the provision of law. Separate legal entity. Member has been defined legal entity which is different and independent from its members. Limited liability. The liability of the shareholders of the firm is restricted to the unpaid amount of the value of shares. Continual succession. The company is an artificial person that is established by law, and shareholders may come and may go, but the company keeps on going. Common seal. The firm is an artificial entity or a person cannot sign its name by itself. Hence, every company is enforced to purchase its own authentication or a seal which moves as official signature of the firm. Any document which does not carry the common authentication of the firm is not necessary on the firm. Transferability of share. The shares of a public limited company are transferable. The authorization of the shares or the concession of any member of the firm is not required for the share transfer of shares. May sue or be sued. A company is a legal person can get into contracts and can implement the permissible authorities against others. It can accuse and be accused in its name if there is a breach of contract by the firm. Formation of company, I told you how a company is formed. Formation of a company is a process of registering business with a registrar of company. With registration, business becomes a distinct legal entity. This process is also known as incorporation of company. What are the advantages of company? Company has a limited liability of shareholders. It is easy to transfer ownership by selling to another person. Taxation rates are different for companies. Experts at top level management can be placed. Wide level of capital and investment. Advantages, disadvantages of company. Registration, maintenance, and winding up of the company can be expensive. Reporting compliance is very high and complex. If director fails to meet obligations or compliance, then they are personally liable for the debt of the company. Profit distributed to shareholders are taxable. Now these are the MCQs that I have given you. So let us make a quick revision of the MCQs and let us please check your answers whether you have done it correctly or not. ADR stands for another dispute resolution, alternative dispute resolution, anytime dispute resolution, null. The answer is B, alternative dispute resolution. Now, C, a dash can be helpful mechanism. It resolves conflict in a peaceful manner where the outcome is accepted by both the parties. A, fast track court. B, alternative dispute resolution. C, none. C, both, and D, none. Answer is B, alternative dispute resolution. Features of ADR is it resolves dispute in cost-effective manner. B, less time consuming. C, produces desired results. D, all of the above. The answer is all of the above. ADR provides various modes of settlement including arbitration, conciliation, fast track court. D, both A and B. Answer is D, both A and B, arbitration and conciliation. The process of dash cannot exist without valid arbitration agreement prior to the emergence of dispute. A, arbitration. B, conciliation. C, mediation. D, negotiation. Answer is A, arbitration. In dash, Participation is voluntary and there is no third party who facilitates the resolution process or imposes a resolution. In conciliation, participation is voluntary and there is no third party who facilitates the resolution or imposes a resolution, that is negotiation. Answer D, negotiation. Cash is an alternative dispute resolution where a third party aims to assist two or more disputed in reaching an agreement. Arbitration, conciliation, mediation, negotiation. The answer is conciliation. DAS is a voluntary association of persons formed for the purpose of doing business, having a distinct name and limited liability. A. Partnership. B. Sole proprietorship. C. Company. And D. LLP. Answer is C. Company. Advantages of company. Liabilities for shareholder is limited. B. Registration, maintenance and winding up of company can be expensive. C. Reporting compliance is very high and complex. D. All. Answer is A. Liability for shareholders is limited. This is the advantage of company. Disadvantage of company. Reporting compliance is very high and complex. It is easy to transfer ownership by selling share to another person. Expert at top level management can be placed. The wide level of capital and investment. Answer is answer is A. Reporting compliance is very high and complex. So बच्चों till here we are discussing the last class. Now we are going to move ahead in the topic company. I'm sharing the PPT now. Lifting the corporate wheel. बच्चों what is this? Lifting the corporate wheel. A legal concept that separates the personality of a corporation from the personality of its shareholders and protects them from being personally liable for the company's debt and other obligations. Lifting of corporate bill. बच्चों what happens is suppose there is a company. So company is treated as different from the shareholder. Company and shareholder both are treated as different personalities. A company can enter into a contract or any other person can enter into a contract with company. Company is personally liable for all the liabilities. Shareholders is liability up to the unpaid amount of shares. Now, when both are treated as different, now sometimes the shareholder take the advantage of this, and shareholder means owner take the advantage of this, and owner behind the company who is running the company, that is the owner. If the owner do anything fraud or anything illegal taking the advantage of this corporate wheel, then the government can lift this corporate wheel and join company and shareholder as one person. So now the person who are actually done the fraud or actually liable for anything illegal will be treated as guilty. So this is known as lifting of corporate wheel. At times it may happen that the corporate personality of the company is used to commit frauds and improper or illegal acts. Since an artificial person is not capable of doing anything illegal or fraudulent, the facade of corporate personality might have to be removed to identify the persons who are really guilty. This is known as lifting of corporate fee. Classification of company. But your company can be classified on the basis of incorporation, on the basis of control, on the basis of nationalities of the company, on the basis of ownership and on the basis of number of members. On the basis of mode of incorporation, chartered company, company which is created by royal charter. It means they are granted power or right by the monarch or by special order of king or queen. बच्चों, chartered companies are those companies which are created by royal charter and they are granted the power by special order of king or queen. Example: East India Company, BBC, Bank of England, etc. बच्चों, in India at the time of Britishers, when Britishers were ruling the India, there was a company, East India Company. That company used to import spices and all. This company used to sponsor spices and all export. So that company has been established by royal charter by the special order of king or queen. Statutory company. But so what is statutory company? Company is incorporated by the means of a special act passed by the central or state legislature. These companies are generally formed to meet the social needs and not for the purpose of earning profit. Example: RBI, LIC. बच्चों, RBI means Reserve Bank of India and LIC. They are incorporated by special act passed by the state or central legislature. These companies are formed to meet social needs. They are not for the purpose of earning. RBI, LIC. The purpose of forming these companies is not to earn profit but to meet social need of people. Registered company. All the other companies which are incorporated under the Companies Act passed by the government comes under this head. These companies comes under existence only after they register themselves under the act and the certificate of incorporation is passed by the registrar of company. Example: Google India Private Limited. So to all the other companies which are incorporated under the Companies Act passed by the government comes under this head. Companies limited by shares. The liability of the shareholders is limited to the extent of the face value of shares held by them. Liabilities of shareholders is limited to the extent of face value of shares held by them. बच्चों, companies limited by share means in such companies the liabilities of shareholders is limited to the extent of value of shares held by the shareholders. For example, I invest in a company limited by share rupees 1 lakh and I purchase the share of rupees 1 lakh. Now I have paid only 80,000 till now. So in such a company, my liability will be up to rupees the unpaid amount, that is 1 lakh rupees, that is more 20,000. I have to pay 20,000 more. Companies limited by guarantee. In these companies, in the case of liquidation, the shareholder promises to pay a certain fixed amount to cover the liabilities of the company. But to a company limited by guarantee, in this company, at the time of liquidation, the shareholder promises that if the company will go into liquidation, we will pay a certain amount to cover the liability of the company. So they have given the guarantee. So in such company, the shareholder will have to pay the amount they have guaranteed in case of liquidation. Unlimited companies. There is no limit on the liability of the shareholders. In case of liquidation, they might have to pay even from their personal assets to cover the liabilities of the company. So, बच्चों, in unlimited company, there is no liability on the shareholder. There is no liability limit. There is no limit on the liability of shareholder. Liability of shareholders is unlimited. If at the winding up of the company is not able to pay the liabilities by selling the assets, then the shareholders may even have to pay from the personal assets to cover the liabilities of the company. Now, one person company. What is one person company? One person company as the company type was introduced in the Companies Act of 2013 in India. It is made it is made to a sole proprietorship, but the owner shall have limited liability. Thus, in this, personal assets will not be at risk if losses need to be recovered or the company is liquidated. But in one person company, there is only one shareholder, means one owner. It is similar to sole proprietorship. But the owner have limited liability. It means the personal asset of owner will not be attached if at the time of liquidation the company is not able to pay the tax. Okay. What is public company? In public company is a company where there is minimum seven members is needed. Minimum seven members is needed to form a public company. But there is no maximum limit on this. In public company, there can be maximum any number of members. There is no maximum limit on this. The company collects its capital by the sale of its share to the shareholder. The shareholder of a company do not have the right to participate in the day-to-day management of the company, thus separating ownership and management. All the major decisions of the company are taken by the board of directors. So a company collect its capital from the sale of shares to the shareholder. The shareholder of a company do not have the right to participate in the day-to-day management of the company because the ownership is separate from the management. All the major decisions of the company are taken by board of directors. Board of directors are appointed by shareholders. So in public company, there is a requirement of minimum seven members, and there is no maximum limit. Private company. Private limited companies have more than two but less than 200 members, and their liability is limited or unlimited depending on the type of company it is. Unlike public limited company, here the transfer of share is limited to its member and the general public cannot subscribe to its shares or debentures. Private company is such company बच्चों to form a private company minimum two members are required and maximum 200 members can be there. Unlike public company, the shares of private company is not freely transferable. Holding company. A company is known as the holding of another company if it has control over the other company. A company qualifies as a holding company when it has the power to control the composition of the board of directors of another company or holds a majority of its shares. According to Section 4, subsection 4, a company is deemed to be a holding company of another, but only if that partner is in subsidiary. It means suppose there are two companies, A and B. For example, now please listen to me. There are two. There are two companies, A Limited and B Limited. So there are two companies, A Limited and B Limited. Now suppose A Limited purchases 51% shares of B Limited. So there are two companies, A and B. A Limited purchases 51% share of B Limited. That is more than 50%. It means in B Limited, more than 50% ownership is of A Limited. Now A Limited will become holding company and B Limited will be subsidiary company. Now, बच्चों, A Limited will become the holding company because A Limited is holding more than 50% share of B Limited, and B Limited will become the subsidiary. Got my point? So, a holding company is a company known as the holding company of another company if it has control over the other company. बच्चों, in this case, A Limited is holding more than 50% share of B Limited. Now, who has a control over B Limited? A Limited is having the control over B Limited. So a company is known as holding company of another company if it has control over the other company. A company qualifies as a holding company when it has the power to control the composition of the board of directors or the of another company or hold a majority of its share. Subsidiary company, I told you, a company is known as subsidiary of another company when its control is exercised by the latter over the former, called a subsidiary company. It is a company whose parent is a majority shareholder. For the purpose of liability taxation regulation, subsidiary are distinct legal entities. Government company. What is government company? बच्चों, a company of which more than 50% of paid up share capital is held by the government, that is either central government or both, or central government or state government or both jointly, is known as government company. Example, Mahanagar Telephone Corporation Limited. So a company of which not less than 51% of paid up share capital is held by the central government or by the state government or both government jointly, then it is known as government company. For example, suppose A Limited, suppose A Limited 20% shares are purchased by central government and 40% shares are purchased by state government. So with 20% shares are purchased by central government and 40% share are purchased by state government. Total 60% share is purchased by government. 20 plus 40, total 60% share is purchased by government. Now A Limited will be A Limited will be known as government. Now A Limited will be known as government company. Suppose 55% share is held by central government, then also A Limited will be treated as government company. Suppose 51% share is purchased by state government, then also A Limited will be treated as government company. It means if central government independently or state government independently hold more than 50% share of a company, then it will be known as government company. Or central or state government jointly own more than 50% share of any company, then such company will be known as government company. So, a company of which more than 50% share of the paid up share capital is held by central government or state government or both central state government jointly, then it is known as government company. Example, Mahanagar Telephone Corporation Limited. Non-government companies. All the companies except the government companies are called non-government companies. They do not satisfy the characteristics of a company, of a government company, as given below. Some of the examples of government companies are Reliance Industries Limited, Wipro Limited, etc. Indian company. These companies are registered in India under the Companies Act 1956 and have their registered office in India. But so all the companies which are registered in India and have their registered office in India is known as Indian company. Foreign company. It means a company incorporated outside India but has an established place of business in India is known as foreign company. So a company to be an Indian company have to be registered in India as well as their registered office should be in India. Foreign company. It means a company which is incorporated outside India but has an established place of business in India. It is known as foreign company. So on the basis of incorporation, we have discussed three types of company: chartered company, statutory and registered company. Classification on the basis of liability, there are three types of company: company limited by shares, company limited by guarantee, unlimited companies. On the basis of number of members, one person company, public company, private company. On the basis of control, holding company, subsidiary company. On the basis of ownership, government companies, non-government companies. On the basis of nationality, classification of companies on the basis of nationality, Indian company and foreign company. So till here we have discussed. Now let us move ahead. Formation of a company. Promotion number one. First you have promotion, certificate of incorporation, capital subscription, certificate of commencement. Who is a promoter? Functions of promoter. A promoter is a person. A promoter is a person who start the formation process of a company, who comes with the idea of forming a company is known as promoter. Promoter is the initial, is the first person who comes with the idea to form a new company, to start a company, to start a business. That person is known as promoter. For example, me and my friend Amit, we thought of establish a mobile company with the name ABC Limited. Now, me and my friend Amit will be known as promoter because we come with the idea of starting the company. We have started the company, we have formed the company. So we will be known as promoter, the person who comes with the idea to create a company, to start a business, and the person who forms a company initially will be known as promoter. Got my point? So duty of promoter as regard prospectus contain the necessary particulars, does not contain any untrue or misleading statement. But so it is a duty of promoter that the prospectus does not contain any untrue or misleading statement. If promoter fails to promote his part, if promoter fails to promote his part, he may be sued for damages, he may be sued for compensation for misrepresentation, he may become liable to criminal proceedings. Preliminary activities. Decide the name of the company. First of all, the promoter will decide the preliminary activities means activities before starting the company. Initial activities. What you have to do to start a company. First of all, you have to decide a name. Decide the name of the company. After that, only the company will get registered. License. You have to get the license under Industry Development and Regulation Act 1951. Documents required for registration: Memorandum of Association, Article of Association, Prospectus, List of Directors, Written Consent of Director. These documents are required for registration. MOA, Memorandum of Association; AOA, Article of Association; Prospectus, List of Directors, Written Consent of Directors. Certificate of Incorporation. Certificate of Incorporation is a legal document which is issued by the Registrar of Companies upon the submission of required document, which is an evidence that company is in life. Registrar issues a company identification number. The registrar issues a company identification number to each registered company. So बच्चों, you have to obtain certificate of incorporation, which is issued by registrar of company upon submission of required fees and document. If you want to start a company, if you want to form a company, you have to give all the documents regarding company to the registrar office, and you also have to pay some fees. After that, the registrar will issue you a certificate of incorporation, which is an evidence that the company is in life. The registrar will also issue you CIN, certification identification number, to each registered company. Capital subscription. Minimum subscription refers to the minimum amount which a company should raise at the time of issuing capital. The requirement for minimum subscription applies to all the companies which raise fund from the public. The company may successfully procure the amount of minimum subscription. In such circumstances, the company is allowed to retain the capital which has been allotted from the investor. Alternatively, company may not be able to obtain minimum subscription successfully. Hence, according to the Companies Act, it is inadequacy in the minimum companies minimum number of subscription. In such case, the company should refund the application deposit. The provisions relating to minimum subscriptions are available in section 39 of the Companies Act. So बच्चों, whenever any company issues shares in the market, so that the public should purchase the shares of the company and the company will receive the money. Now suppose a company issues some share in the market, and if the company do not receive the minimum subscription, then the company will have to refund all the application money which the company have received against the share issues in the market. Commencement of business. A private company can commence business immediately after certificate of incorporation. Company gets the certificate of incorporation, it can start its business. If all the formalities done, then the registrar issue a certificate known as certificate of commencement of business. But your company can uh, uh, a private company can start the business immediately after obtaining the certificate of incorporation of business. But A public company can start the business only after the registrar issue a certificate known as certificate of commencement of business. So बच्चों private company have to obtain only one certificate, that is certificate of incorporation. But a public company have to obtain two certificate, certificate of incorporation and certificate of commencement of business. A private company can commence the business immediately after obtaining the certificate of incorporation. But a public company can commence the business after obtaining certificate of incorporation and certificate of commencement of business. Memorandum of Association. The Companies Act. Memorandum means memorandum of association as originally framed or as altered from time to time in pursuance of any previous Companies Act. What are the clauses that are included in Memorandum of Association? Name clause, situation clause, object clause, capital clause, liability clause, association clause. Alteration of memorandum. Change of name, change of registered office, alteration of objects, change in liability clause, change in capital clause. Article of Association. Contents of Article of Association: share capital, right of shareholders, variation of these rights, payment of commissions, share certificate. What are the contents of AOA that we are discussing? Lien of shares, call on shares, transfer of shares, transmission of shares, forfeiture of shares. What is forfeiture? Forfeiture means if any shareholder do not give the unpaid amount of call money after being demanded by the company can forfeit the shares of that shareholder. Forfeit means company can take back the shares of the shareholder if the shareholder do not pay the unpaid amount of shares. Conversion of shares into stock, share warrants, alteration of capital, general meeting and proceedings, voting right of members, directors their appointments, remuneration, qualification, powers and proceeding managers. Secretary, dividends and reserve, account, audit, borrowing power, capitalization of profit, binding. So these are the contents of Article of Association. Article of Association. Procedure of alteration. A company may pass a special resolution, alter its article of association anytime. A copy of every resolution altering the article shall be filed to the registrar within 30 days. Limitation to alteration. Must not be inconsistent with the Act, must not conflict the memorandum, must not sanction anything illegal, must be for the benefit of the company, must not increase liability of members, alteration of a special resolution only, approval of central government when a public company is converted into private company. Whenever a public company is converted into private company, approval of central government is required. So this is the procedure of alteration of article of association. So I hope you all have understood now what is promoters, what is incorporation of company, what is capital subscription, commencement of business, memorandum of association, article of association, contents of MOA, memorandum of association, contents of AOA, article of association. Now let us do some illustrations. Since an artificial person is not capable of doing anything illegal or fraudulent, the facet of corporate personality might have to be removed to identify the person who are really guilty. This is known as MOA, AOA, lifting of corporate veil or none. Answer is C, lifting of corporate veil. Company created by a royal charter. This means they have granted power or a right by the monarch or by special order of king or queen. A. registered company, B, statutory company, C, charter company, D, none of the above. A company created by Royal Charter is a chartered company. All the other companies which are incorporated under the Companies Act passed by the government. All the other companies which are incorporated by the Companies Act passed by the government. Registered company, statutory company, chartered company, none of the above. The answer is statutory company. Company incorporated by the means of special act passed by the central or state legislature. Registered company, statutory company, chartered company, none of the above. Answer is answer is statutory company. Liability of the shareholders is limited to the extent of the face value of shares held by them. Company limited by share, B, unlimited company, C, company limited by guarantee, D, none. Answer is C, company limited by shares. In these companies, in case of liquidation, the shareholders promise to pay a certain fixed amount to cover the liabilities of the company. Companies limited by guarantee, unlimited companies, companies limited by shares, or none. Answer is A. Companies limited by guarantee. There is no limit on the liability of the shareholders. In case of liquidation, they might have to pay even from their personal assets to recover the liabilities of the company. A. Companies limited by guarantee. B. Unlimited companies. C. Companies limited by shares. D. None. Answer is unlimited companies, where there is no limit on the liability of the shareholders. A minimum of 7 members is needed to form a company. To form which company? Private company, public company, one person company, or none. Answer is public company. Minimum 7 person is needed to form a public company. Dash have more than 2 and less than 200 members. Private company, public company, one person company, or none. Have more than 2 but less than 200 members. That is private company have more than 2 and less than 200 of members. So, Bacho, today we have discussed the classification of company, and also we have discussed promoters, minimum subscription, MO and AOA. Now we will start another topic in the next class. Thank you all for joining. Please everyone take care, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.